Again, 2nd and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Hey, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now the Iowa State product. It's Kene Nwangu. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Here's Webb. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Giants are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing Jones. That one into the hands of Shepard downfield. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Webb escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, 59 yards.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Back to Nwangwu again on 1st down.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. A play fake. Now Webb. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st and 10, Webb.
This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Vikings at 5-9 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Madison running right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Webb on the move to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson from 17 yards out.
And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that'll make our score 14-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Jones throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 30. 10. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that's a great play for that defensive unit. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Off play action, it's Webb. Sliding out of the pocket.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he's got the net. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Jones throwing on first down.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Forced out to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach,
and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now Webb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Webb. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
Webb to throw. He'll buy some, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Azeez Ojulari able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Webb.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
34 yards.
And the Vikings have moved out in front. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and the lead is now 21-14.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And now here is another interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. Touchdown, Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson, 81 yards. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw, Webb. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. In motion, the tight end. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Webb now.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
Oh, good move. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Off play action. Webb. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Webb. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are right back in this football game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his right. Going right side, he finds Slayton. There he goes, right side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick six, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 2nd and 10, Webb. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 3rd down, Webb. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. A handoff, Barkley running left. Able to slither by. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Barkley, inside handoff. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Running left, it's Barkley. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a first and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And they'll try the option on first and goal.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took with the deep.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And the sneak works on second and goal. They didn't wait until it was fourth down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays. Don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen, because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the fourth down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Off the play fake. Webb. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down after a gain of about 9, and compounding things, it's now third down as well.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Oh, but he can't get out of bounds. He'll have the first down, but he's brought down in play.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. On first down, it's Webb. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Webb, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their head.